Hi loves, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. I make new videos every single week and I have a lot of fun and festive content coming your ways for the holidays, so make sure you subscribe and turn on the bell notifications so you don't miss a thing. So in Michigan, our winters are super cold. Not as cold as some places, but it does get into the negatives sometimes. And the perfect thing for the holidays to warm you up is hot chocolate. So now that it's starting to get pretty cold here, I thought it would be a perfect time to share with you my favorite hot chocolate recipes. I have 3 incredible hot chocolate recipes that I'm going to be sharing with you guys today. Some of these are pretty traditional and some of them are a fun twist on your classic hot chocolate. Now all of these recipes I've made to be vegan, but of course you can substitute out ingredients if you prefer something else. And since I've made these recipes pretty basic, there's a lot of room for customization, so you can make your hot chocolate perfect for you. Now as with all my baking videos, I will have recipe cards in here for you guys to screenshot if you're interested in making any of these at home. And I will also leave the written recipes in the description box below for you to check out as well. And yeah, without further ado, let's get into some of these hot chocolate recipes. First, we are going to start off with my spin on Italian hot chocolate. Now, traditionally, Italian hot chocolate is made with cornstarch in it, but I wanted this a little bit thinner than real Italian hot chocolate, so I didn't use any in this recipe. Even without the cornstarch, it's still really thick and they still taste identical. So I'm going to take a saucepan and put it over medium-high heat. My camera cut out here, but in the saucepan, I added 2 cups of almond milk and 1/4 cup of cocoa powder. Then I'm adding in 2 tablespoons of brown sugar, a pinch of salt, and a dash of cinnamon. Now, this is optional, but you can add in a teaspoon of instant espresso powder. It really makes that chocolate flavor pop and gives you a little bit more dimension in the drink. Then just whisk that up until everything's combined. Once it's at the temperature you'd like, you're finished with your Italian hot chocolate. Next, we have just regular hot chocolate. Now this is pretty much the same thing as the Italian hot chocolate, but the ratios are a little bit different. So again, we're going to put a saucepan over medium-high heat. I actually halved this recipe because the cup I'm using is so small. So here I'm adding only 1 cup of almond milk, 1.5 tablespoons of cocoa powder, 1 tablespoon of brown sugar, and a pinch of salt and a dash of cinnamon. And I'm just going to whisk that up. This is optional, but Chinese 5 spice is really good in here. It's super strong though, so you only need a little bit to have the flavor in there. Then just keep it on the heat until it's your preferred temperature, serve it, and you're all done. Next up, we have my chai infused hot chocolate. Now this recipe starts off with 1 cup of the hot chocolate that I just showed you before. Now after you make the hot chocolate, turn the heat off, but keep your pot over the warm burner, just so it stays at the correct temperature. I am putting in 1 chai tea bag and really submerging it in there, and I'm letting it steep for 5 minutes. I tied the string to the side of the pot here, and maybe don't do that because that's definitely a fire hazard. I don't know what I was thinking. After about 3 minutes, add in your ½ teaspoon of cinnamon. Once the tea is done steeping, you can take the tea bag out, but I like leaving it in, so I just transferred it over to the cup I was using. Then I poured my chai infused hot chocolate right on top. Now recently I discovered vegan Cool Whip. It's honestly amazing. If you haven't tried it already, you have to. It's a game changer for sure. So I just added a spoonful of that into this. And there you have it, chai infused hot chocolate. Now for our last recipe, we have my frozen mocha. This recipe is inspired by my first warm Christmas. It was like 70 degrees here last Christmas, so that inspired me to make this. Here I'm adding 1 cup of almond milk to my blender along with around 3/4 cup of cold brew. If you're interested as to what my cold brew recipe is, I will leave a link to a video where I explain it in the description box below. Then I'm adding in 1.5 tablespoons of cocoa powder and shaking it up so when I put the frozen banana in there, powder doesn't go everywhere. Here I'm adding in that frozen banana, then I'm going to blend it for 30 seconds or until it's smooth. If you don't like bananas, you can also add in ½ cup of ice and that would work the same too. I did a little fancy chocolate drizzle on the outside of my glass to make it look cute, but that part is totally optional. It won't affect the taste either way. And there you have my frozen mocha. So those were all the hot chocolate recipes I have for you guys. I really hope you enjoyed them. If you enjoyed this video and you want to see more like it, make sure you give this video a thumbs up so I know to make more for you guys. And if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to my channel down below and turn on the bell notifications so you don't miss a thing. Stay safe, stay healthy, make good choices, and I will see you guys next week. Bye guys.